Namaste all, this is Dr. Meenakshi. I am back here with the topic of congenital diseases, right? We are dealing the series of congenital diseases. Sorry for the delay. These many days, for few days I was concentrating on the small topics like small diseases, short diseases of neonates, that is babies, who where the mothers suffer daily with the complaint. So I was concentrating and I made some short videos about the commonest problems of newborns. You can go through. So I am back with the series of congenital diseases. So we left in last video I explained about the Sanniruddha Gudha. We saw about the Sanniruddha Gudha, right? So today I am going to explain about two small diseases, that is spina bifida and tracheoesophageal fistula. Today we will see these both diseases. So what is this spina bifida? It is the congenital defect of the spinal cord involving the laminus. The common anomaly involved here is the midline defect of the vertebral bodies. What will happen here? The common anomaly involved here is the midline or defect of the vertebral bodies. Depending on the severity of the defect and the protrusion of the contents canal it is following, the canal which is following the defect, according to that it is of types, divided into types of conditions in spina bifida. That is, the types as follows: spina bifida occulta, meningocele, meningomyelocele, syringomyelocele and myelocele. These all are the types of conditions present in spina bifida according to the defect, that is according to the anomaly present. And what is the spina bifida occulta? That is the one of the condition that involves non-fusion of the neural arcs, yet there is no protrusion of the spinal cord here or the meninges. This is the condition. There will be non-fusion of neural defect or neural arcs and there is no protrusion of the spinal cord. The spinal cord protrusion will not be present in this condition. The condition is mostly asymptomatic. Some cases will be having patches of hairs, lipoma or discoloration of the skin and dermal sinus in the middle low back which indicates the pathology. These all it is asymptomatic, but these all like hair loss or lipoma or discoloration of the skin or the dermal sinus in the back low back, these all will be the pathological changes. In some other neurological defects like foot drop or nocturnal enuresis or backache may be present. In some conditions what all will be present in neurological defects, especially neurological defects like foot drop or nocturnal neurosis, these all will be present in some cases. And the other condition in this spina bifida is meningocele. What is this meningocele? In this there occurs protrusion of the meninges through the defect in neural arc fusion. The protrusion contains only the cerebrospinal fluid. It is most common in the lumbosacral region which may occur in skull also. What will happen here? There will be protrusion in the back. In rare kids, in some kids you may be seen this, that is lower back will be protruded. That condition is nothing but meningocele. With meningocele what will happen here? In that protrusion there will be spinal fluid, cerebrospinal fluid will be collected there, and in some cases this protrusion may also present in skull. And how these protrusions will be? Most of these are well covered by skin and are asymptomatic. Only protrusion will be present and no any symptoms will be present in a child. Though constipation and bladder diffusions may be presented as later symptoms with increasing size of the lesion. In later conditions like when lesion there will be protrusion, lesion will be formed. Later symptoms will be constipation and bladder diffusion. This is about the meningocele. And the other condition in the spina bifida is meningomyelocele. What is this meningomyelocele? Here the spinal cord protrusion is accompanied by the meninges also, and neurological manifestations are almost always present here. And these may range from sensory disturbance in initial stage, and in later after advanced stage it may extensively have the paralysis of the legs. Bilateral talipes and urinary inconvenience are also common here. In meningomyelocele, what will happen? Neurological problems will be present, and it will be accompanied with the meninges. Only cerebrospinal fluid will not be here. Meninges also will be present, accompanied here. And in initial stage there will be disturbance in the sensory disturbance, only sensory organ disturbance will be present, and later the paralysis of legs will occur. This condition is about meningomyelocele. So this was the small explanation, small topic about the spina bifida, which we see rarely in kids. And our next topic is about tracheoesophageal fistula or esophageal atresia. What is this condition? This is also one of the congenital disease, Sahaja Vyadhi. Tracheoesophageal fistula is the congenital anomaly of the esophagus, generally seen in association with the esophageal atresia. And as in any other fistula, here also there will be abnormal communication in the basic pathology. In this condition, the communication is between trachea and esophagus. As in atresia we will see, or a fistula we will see, one part will be interconnected with the other part, right? So same condition will be here, but here the fistula or atresia will be between trachea and esophagus. This fistula or atresia in trachea and esophagus is of 4 types, like they divided as type 1, type 2, type 3 and type 4. And what is this type 1? In type 1, this is the most common type, commonly occurred type. Here, while the upper segment of the esophagus ends blindly, the lower segment communicates with the trachea through the tracheoesophageal fistula at or above the level of tracheal bifurcation. This condition which comes under type 1. And what is this type 2? Upper and lower both parts of esophagus will end blindly here with small portion missing in between. This is type 2. And in type 3, the distal esophageal segments end blindly while the proximal one communicates with the tracheoesophageal fistula. This condition is type 3. And coming for type 4, both the distal and proximal esophageal segments communicate with trachea through tracheoesophageal fistula. So these are the 4 conditions present in a tracheoesophageal fistula, which they mentioned as type 1, type 2, type 3 and type 4. Coming for the clinical features present in this tracheoesophageal fistula, there will be regurgitation of saliva or they feed because of fistula and atresia. Spitting up or vomiting of the feeds will be present. Aspiration, choking, cyanosis and respiratory diseases are common here. Aspirated pneumonia, associated anomalies of vertebral or anorectal or trachea, esophageal, renal, these all will be present, or gastroesophageal refluxes will be present. Reactive airway diseases will be present. These all will be as a clinical feature in tracheoesophageal fistula. Coming for the diagnosis, how we can diagnose this, because it is the internal part, right? Trachea, maybe trachea or esophagus, it's internal part. How we can guess that baby is having this? To diagnose, what all we need to test or analyze? Obstruction met by the nasogastric catheter about 10 centimeters from the lips. As there will be regurgitation of saliva or feed, as they complain, mother complains, we will go for the RT, right? So when we have the catheter in a nasogastric region, the obstruction met for the nasogastric catheter about 10 centimeters from the lips. One thing we can correlate and diagnose as tracheoesophageal fistula, but we will be not confirmed by this, right? So next step is radiography investigation. Through radiography investigation, we can diagnose as a tracheoesophageal fistula. Then coming for the treatment, only the option is surgical correction. By surgical correction, we can correct it, because by samana aushadhis or by any oral medicines, we can't change the parts, right, which we have the fistula or atresia, we can't change it. Only the option is surgical correction we need to do here. So these was two conditions of Sahaja Vyadhis, that is congenital disorders, that is spina bifida and tracheoesophageal fistula. In rarely babies, in 100 babies, one baby we may see these diseases in a newborn babies. If you are not getting any topics, or if you want any particular topics, you can message me or you can comment in a comment section box. I'll go through that. Okay, thank you.